And in it, there's actually a very powerful hint for believers and for Muslims who want to better themselves. That any reminder, people often, I hear this all the time. What's the point of going to speeches and lectures and talks? No, nothing ever changes. There's all these speeches and nothing ever changes. And people are listening to all these lectures, but nothing. Really, because you checked everybody's heart that nothing changes. I'm really glad you have that kind of vision. Because I don't. What's the point of all these conferences? All these people attend and they're like, feel better about themselves, and the ummah is still where it is. Thank you for letting me know that you have a hawk's eye on the entire ummah and what goes inside and outside. Tell me this, for those 950 years, what's Nuh alayhi salam doing? You know what you would call it nowadays? Giving speeches. What is the Quran in its entirety? Speech. That's what it is. Sincere words will do a few things. The best case scenario is that someone tries to make themselves a better person. النمو في الخير والبركة, which is what tazakki is. To make yourself, to advance yourself, to take this advice to heart and to actually do something about it. And by the way, those who are impaired, like the blind one, do they have equal opportunity? They don't. So the few opportunities they get, they value them more, don't they? And so you may hear hours and hours and hours of stuff, and they may hear 10 minutes worth of stuff, but they took more advantage of those 10 minutes than you were maybe taking of hours of stuff that you heard or you learned. There's a difference because there's a rare commodity for them. They value it more, But so the best case scenario is you actually do change. You hear something and it changes your behavior right away. But there's another scenario. And the other scenario is that you hear something and you're taking it in and you're pondering over it and you're thinking about it and you go back and think about it some more, and this is actually what's called tadakkur. Tadakkur means that you remembered it, it lingered in your mind, you haven't changed yet, but at least your mind has started to change. Your thoughts have started to change. So what's the other case scenario? أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ. Or he may take benefit from the reminder, meaning you won't see an outwardly change, but something's happening on the inside. Man khashiya ar-Rahmana bil-ghayb means a couple of things. The one who fears ar-Rahman in the unseen means on the outside you don't see them change at all. But something's going on the inside. There's something taking place. The change of a human being is often compared with the change of a plant growing. And the most important part of the life of a plant is what's happening under the ground. The seed is turning into roots and a stalk, but most of for a good part of that growth, you don't see anything above the ground. There's something happening, but all of it is in the unseen. Things are changing inside a person's heart when they hear something. But they don't walk out of here and become a different person right away. There's time that's taken. It takes time to grow and foster. And so, أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ in the ayah is saying, okay, maybe he'll learn something and it'll improve him right away. That's yazakka. Or the other scenario, أَوْ يَذَّكَّرُ, or he will make an effort to remember later on. And he'll apply this or think about it and it'll foster other thoughts in him. فَتَنْفَعَهُ الذِّكْرَى. Then down the road, that powerful reminder that you gave him, dhikra is the mubalagh form of dhikr, that powerful reminder that you gave him will actually be of benefit to him. Meaning even if it doesn't benefit him right now, maybe it'll benefit him down the road in the future. There are things that I learned from my father when I was like 9 years old about giving charity. At the time, I don't have any money to give anybody. I remember those things after I started making money. And I remember those words of my father from when I was 9 years old. In other words, the reminder was given, but you weren't able to benefit from that reminder until many years later. That happens, doesn't it?